What's going on, everybody? It's the Creative Fro, checking back in for another episode of What I Wish I Knew Wednesday. And today, I wanted to talk about depth of field and why I wish I understood this when I first started out. Before we dive into today's video, don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button if you have yet to already, and also turn that notification bell on just for fun. What is depth of field? Depth of field is the distance between the nearest and furthest objects that give an image judged to be in focus in a camera. How do you control depth of field? The size of your aperture determines the amount of light that's going to be entering your lens. By using the aperture, also known as the f-stop on your lens, is one of the most simplest ways to control your depth of field when trying to set up a shot. So a larger aperture equals a smaller f number, and that equals a shallower depth of field. On the other hand, a smaller aperture equals a larger f-stop, and that equals a deeper depth of field. Why should you use depth of field? Managing depth of field is one of the most important tools at your disposal, because having tack-sharp images is one of the most important factors when it comes to getting a great shot. Knowing how to make parts of your images that you want to show up, and the part of the image that you don't want to show up, not show up, is a great artistic tool to create great images. What I wish I knew. I personally really wish I knew how depth of field worked when I first picked up a camera. I assumed by moving closer to my subject, it would make the subject be in focus and the background blurred out. But shortly I realized that that didn't work, because when I took my images back home and looked on the computer, I could see the whole image was in focus and my f was at 11. So if I were to bring the f-stop down more shallow, move to my subject a little bit closer, I could have made that background a lot more blurry. So to get a better visual understanding of how depth of field works, why don't you join us back here on the VAV channel this upcoming Sunday, where I'll dive behind the camera and take you outside so you can see how depth of field can affect different images. And hopefully this can help you better understand how depth of field works and how you can use it in your creative process. And that's all I have for the topic today. Please like this video if you did, comment down below if there's anything you wish you knew, and share this video if you think it can help somebody. I will see you next Wednesday for another episode of What I Wish I Knew. Until then, keep creating.